Paul, Eric Davis, Haydocy Airstream, 23-foot Serenity. I wanted to thank you guys for coming in. I'll do a quick walk around on this so that you get a pretty good idea about what we're talking about here. I'm going to try to do it continuous because my buddy's batteries are failing and we're going to do it as fast as we can. So let's talk about, first of all, Lexan. So you got all that beautiful stuff. You got a roll switch here. All of these windows are all tempered glass. They have UV protection both inside and out. Keeping in mind, all of the Airstream aluminum is all Alcoa aluminum with that 3M membrane finish on it, which is kind of the cool factor. You've got dual 30-pound propane tanks, automatic switchover. That's enough propane to keep you off the planet for weeks and weeks. The Barker system. This allows you not only to level the trailer, but also with the system itself, when you hook onto your vehicle, you can raise up, put in your weight distribution stuff, and it's an ease of operation thing. Plus the Barker systems, because of their quality, do not fail. Now we have other fun stuff. You have a quick disconnect propane port that will allow you to plug in that gas grill, plug in that space heater, an additional propane source. You have dual 12-volt deep cell batteries. That's pretty cool because we've got 40-foot travel trailers out here with only a single battery. Also an inverter system that will keep you off the planet, which is very cool. This is also where your undermount carriage is for your spare tire. The great thing about that is no UV stuff that's going to mess with it. Also it's undermount, so you're not going to lose it. They don't get stolen because they don't know where it is. Let's keep walking. I love the windows they're all radius, they're all buck riveted Airstream windows. This is kind of the cool factor. I wanted to make sure while I point out the lighting on the Serenity, the entire thing is all exterior LED, interior LED, uses very little power. Also, that's good for keeping you off the planet. Your potable water is locked. I have a master key that opens everything on the planet. I can go into a campground, say hi to everybody, but in the case of the Airstream, they are all individually keyed and locked. Very cool. Your potable water is also located between the axles, which means load up on water, roll down the road. This is your power source. The power source is really cool because when you're hooked up, the LED automatically illuminates. What's that mean? That means that my power source is cool. If that illumination is not there, guess what? I got something wrong there, not with my Airstream. Now, we've got the dual. These are the Dexter axle systems. We talked about this. This is all about low silhouette. 60% of this vehicle's weight is from the floor level down. This is that whole thing about rolling down the road in comfort and keeping the stuff on the inside of your trailer cool. The thing when you're rolling down the road with this Dexter axle system, it's independent, the four wheels. Also, electric brakes on each hub. There are no lube hubs, never adjust brakes. Very cool. Now, let's move on. Shower. You got hot and cold running water. We can hose off the dogs, the grandkids, grandma. This is a beautiful thing right here. Outdoor shower, hot and cold running water. This is your inset as far as your fresh water source. It has an internal regulator, keeping that power to 65.5 PSI. Now, this is the cool thing. This is the black water flush. I think I showed you where it's like an umbrella that spins inside that tank. High pressure water just washing the whole tank. All of your stuff is right here. We've got LED, gray water, black water, somewhat self-explanatory. I'm really good at teaching that system, but this combined with the flush just makes that whole process very easy. By the way, cool factor, these are the porthole windows. That's the whole signature thing with Airstream. Okay, now we've got, by the way, trunk. This is diamond plate interior. This is where you store your stuff. The other undermount that we have is a sewer hose receptacle mounted underneath the trailer. Once again, cool factor. Also, it's the ease of operation. Pointing out the LED lights, all UV protected, tempered glass. We have a bumper though. I love a bumper. By the way, bike racks can be mounted on here. We can do the fun stuff. Come on around. Just before I go in, I want to point out, this is special. This is the Sunbrella Fabric done on the Serenity We talked about the ease of operation here. When you're working with this, I can take this awning in and out in less than a minute on a 23-foot travel trailer. This is kind of the cool factor. I wanted to point out a couple of things. First of all, storage. You've got interior storage that has LED lighting for all your stuff, and it's a rather big cavity. The insulated doors are here, which are insulated better than the exterior. Then you've got your Serenity logo. That's all, once again, the cool factor. And all the light that's pouring in here, which is really cool. I wanted to just touch on how this is manufactured. You have fully welded aluminum frame. You got the people protector, you got the dog protector. When that door shuts, that door shuts. The same thing for the Airstream. That's how an Airstream is supposed to work. By the way, notice how this exterior is done with the radius. This is just like, if you will, an aircraft. The door of an Airstream takes 8 hours to manufacture. We can build 3 or 4 of those trailers in the time Airstream takes to make a door. It is all about handmade product. Come on in. Okay, I've come into the mudroom. This is the entry into the, but what first catches your eyes is beautiful Flowco polyester Asian sand wood laminate. It is just absolutely stunning. It's got depth, it's got high gloss finish. This is your coat room, but this is what I love. All of your stuff is at your fingertips as you walk onto the planet. Your disconnect for the battery, your overhead LED dimmer system, and all the interior and exterior lights, so that you won't be fumbling or going to a resource to fire stuff up. We obviously talked about the Mercedes-Benz platform as far as the floor is concerned. And then immediately what happens is you see the Serenity kind of logo, if you will. But this is a bathroom that when you walk into it, this is massive. Plenty of room to change your socks, pedestal toilet, Wilson Art laminate surfaces with the Flowco polyester. You've got the beautiful ocean air shades, and then you've got the beaded glass entree into the stand-up shower. On a 23-foot platform, it don't get any better than this as far as the amount of room in a bathroom. Very cool. Fantastic fans. By the way, we've got 2 of them. They pull all this beautiful air out of here. I love these things. They're automatic. We talked about the membrane that if any moisture gets to it, automatically closes. Way cool. Now the galley. You have Corian surfaces. You have the wonderful cutting board here. Notice the deep well stainless steel. Great storage area as you move through. You have the Growy appliances, which are beautiful. But once again, you have the Corian into a 3-burner high output range. Behind us here is going to be the inverter system push button, which gives us that opportunity to roll down the road, stop at a rest area, and use our batteries to power up everything on the planet. Now, LED light down, LED light in our grass cloth backed overhead cabinetry. And I love even the European overhead vent that we have here. Vents outside, but still gives you access to the entire cabinetry system. And then when you talk about the interior, you have these beautiful finished cabinets, finished faces on interior cabinets. That is, if you will, the attention to detail that Airstream has. I love this. Now we get into midship. We talk about the dinette. Now, I mentioned to you guys, you know, I'm that fat boy. So what I like about that is that we have the opportunity to take this dinette, move it to any position to get in and out. The beautiful espresso leather, but also this creating that wonderful work surface and the ability to drop this into, it has those gas cylinder mechanisms underneath which release, and then what we can do is drop the table directly down into its position. So I love the simplicity and the design. Notice please all the light that's dumping in here. That's what Airstream is all about. You have the backlit cabinetry, Samsung DVD CD player. I wish I knew more about this. If you have issues with the entertainment, find a 12-year-old to program it for you. Should be able to take care of it. This is your tunes. You've got the the Bluetooth wireless here. You've got overhead is your antenna system, which is an omnidirectional antenna, which we pull in 28 television stations. So you got kind of a cool thing. Both overhead speakers front and back. Just touching on the fact that not only do you have the oven, but you also have the microwave with the big Dometic refrigerator freezer, which will work off of both propane and electric. Of course, you certainly have plenty of power from a 13,000.5 BTU AC unit that dumps air everywhere you need to. But also on this unit are dual fantastic fans. This allows us to separate ourselves from the rest of the platform. So if you do have guests, even in a small 23-foot platform, it still allows a sense of privacy. Then check out the wardrobe. I have got, and by the way, we've got LED lighting in here. Plenty of room for all of our stuff. We've got lower storage and also that European hinge system. Now, I want to just point out, yeah, we've got this HD LED TV. By the way, where I'm standing right now, we're in a metal building. We don't have the antenna up, and I am pulling in 23 different stations. So we know that we get great reception from these HD LED TVs. Now, in the deck itself, when we walk into the master bedroom, I want to point out you have fantastic fans, both fore and aft, pulling tens of thousands of cubic feet of air. You also have the ability to do some fun things with light, accenting the light. But notice please, and by the way, all these beautiful pillows come with. Now, what we have here is a walk-around queen bed storage. Please notice you've got overhead storage. You've got what I think is the coolest thing is the undermount storage. And then you have additional wardrobe storage with chest of drawers underneath. And notice please, in this setting you have those panoramic windows, cross ventilation windows, overhead fan with air moving through the space, and you have a little nightstand which is wired for electric. So the setup in the master bedroom is really cool, because I think, Nancy, you mentioned sometimes somebody gets up in the middle of the night, somebody gets up early. This way we're walking around. I can move while not bothering whoever is with. So, by the way, I don't want to miss pointing out the reading lamps. They are LED reading lamps that will give you access to all that fun stuff. And then you have the Dometic system, which is your climate control system for controlling your heating and your cooling. Does it get any better than the 23? Maybe not. Wanted to thank you for reaching out to Haydocy. I've just done a quick pass on the 23. There's a lot to learn. I know there's stuff you want to see. I just thought I would show you because I alluded to the dual axle, which I think is kind of cool. But obviously I want you to at least get a sense of what Airstream is all about.